You're
G'day.
oh, I just went bashed on my finger on the desk there when I went down.
Hope you didn't ruin your new manicure.
Oh, I know. No. I'm Jill, Tea and Yarn on Instagram and Ravelry.
And I'm Kylie. I'm Crafty Mama on Instagram and Ravelry.
Welcome. We're going to talk about knitting and spinning, and that's and some sewing. Oh, embroidery even.
Oh, nice. I've done a bit of sewing on the weekend as well. I won't be showing.
Cool. So have you been?
Well, I'm still in level 4 lockdown, which means that I've been out of the house to have, I got my second vaccination, so I'm fully COVID vaxxed. The kids were very excited to get in the car. It was the first time they'd been in the car in 2.5 weeks. That was last weekend. So yeah, level 4 lockdown means that I basically go out for shopping, groceries, and we can go for a walk from our house, and that's it. Other than that, we stay home.
You guys have been going on bike rides, I've seen.
Yeah, we've been doing bike rides, and like yesterday we've got a lake just down from us, and so we've been doing lots of duck feeding, and there's ducklings about because it's spring down here, and we've been admiring all of the leaves growing on the trees because we've got all deciduous trees around here, and like just seeing the new sprouts and stuff. So it's feeling very springtime here.
Cool.
What about yourself?
Well, we're obviously in a different level, so we've opened up quite a bit more. People going back to work, back to the offices. Got my nails done. The only difference was we had to wear masks, and she had a little plastic thing between us.
Yep.
Get a haircut next week.
I'm so jealous. Seriously, everyone in my house got a haircut the week before lockdown, and I was booked for the week of lockdown. I was even taking a day off work to go and get the full shebang, and no. Oh well.
It will happen. It will happen.
I'm happy for you. Have you had some nice takeaways?
I'm not really a takeaway person.
Oh, what about a coffee? Have you had a nice coffee?
No.
Oh,
I haven't even done that because I quite enjoy the coffee I make. Andrew's takeaways. He had a takeaway roast dinner last night for his dinner.
Yum.
Yeah.
I could murder a pizza right now, honestly.
Yeah.
I was just saying that to my husband at lunchtime today. I was like, what I wouldn't give for some leftover pizza right now, like for lunch. Or to know that we could order it for dinner, but none of that. But, first world problems, right?
I had some ice cream delivered.
Ooh.
So there's a place at Mount Maunganui called Mount Maid Ice Cream, and they make all the ice cream there on site, and they use all local ingredients, and like they use Whitaker's chocolate in their chocolate ice cream. So they were doing a delivery last Friday, and they were doing pint delivery. So I got 2 pints of delicious chocolate and caramel and burned caramel and chocolate crumb, and it was just divine.
I have to admit, our local bakery has been doing contactless drop-offs. So we've had meat pies for lunch one day this week and one day last week, and that was
like a takeaway.
That was luxury, but like they came, according to the government regulations, they came cold, and so we had to heat them up ourselves. And the kids had quiche, and I know what kids eat quiche instead of pie. Like they're not normal. And we got bread, so that was pretty exciting. But that's as good as it gets for us.
Sure that you're wearing, have you shown us that finished before?
I have, but it's now blocked, and I literally just finished weaving the ends in just before we started podcasting. This is the Truly Myrtle Haven Haven shawl. Yeah, so it's nice. And it's out of Lynn's Fibre to Go. Lynn from Fibre to Go, it's her yarn. It is so soft.
Yeah.
And it bloomed like crazy when it was washed. And honestly, it's just so beautiful. It's like a big warm hug.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
And what are you knitting?
Right now, I just cast this on this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little baby hat. And it's actually, where's my magazine gone? Oh, I've probably left it somewhere. It's over there. Do you go get it?
Yeah, go get it.
I'll go get it because it's from a really old magazine.
Okay.
Right. So it's Interweave Knits. It's from the holiday gifts one. I bought this. This is a 2011. That's how old this magazine is. And I've knit like several things from this one magazine. I don't buy many magazines, and if I do, it's usually for one pattern. And I've knit a few things from this. And so I finished a little cardigan this afternoon, and I wanted to make a matching hat with the leftover yarn. So I Googled what was in my library, and this popped up. And it's
that's cute.
It's a puppy dog hat. It's got ears.
Oh, it's got ears.
It's got ears. Look at the ears.
Oh my gosh. Very cute.
Isn't that cute? So yeah, it's actually a Susan B. Anderson pattern. So it's quite a good, like Susan B. Anderson is quite a famous designer. And she actually knit it to go with, she designed it to go with this. He's called McHenry.
Oh, he's cute.
He's really cute. I probably won't knit him at this point, but that was like the gift she designed for the holiday gifting magazine. And then she made the matching hat. And I just think it's adorable. It's called the McHenry hat because the little doggy is McHenry.
Nice.
And the reason that I was instantly drawn to that one is because I might as well show you my one finished object right now. So this was the cardigan.
I like that.
Yeah, it's really lovely. But look at the buttons.
Oh, little bones.
Little bones. And so then I saw that hat and I was like, hello, look no further. So
what colour are you going to do the ears then?
That blue.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So it'll match. So this is going to my nephew in Sydney. And oh no, it's meant to have one more button. Oh, poop.
Have you only got 3 of those?
I don't have another bone.
Move the one from the bottom to the top.
I might have to do that. Or maybe find a dog. I could find a doggy button maybe.
Yeah, make it different.
I don't know what I'm going to do there. Anyway, oh, that's so annoying. I thought I was being so clever. So yes, you might notice there's a bit of a fade going on here. What happened with this sweater was I actually underestimated the amount of yarn I needed because I've knit this several times before, but I've never knitted in this size. And the fibre, the yarn is from Man-Made Fibre. Blueberry Bramble, I think the colourway is. But I mean, it's just gorgeous. It's so sweet. And when I realised I wasn't going to have enough, I was like, oh, do I do the sleeves in this blue or what? And I thought that was going to look bad. And so I jumped on his website and he didn't have much on his website, but he had a skein of that exact colourway. So I grabbed it. It came and it was a bit lighter. So I ended up just fading it in. You can barely tell. My sister won't be able to tell. And at the bottom as well.
Yeah.
I can tell. But honestly,
that's because you're looking for it.
Yeah, it's minuscule. So Sarah won't notice. So that means I've ended up with 70 grams left of the second ball
to do the hat.
to do the hat. And of course, loads of that other, the blue, which is a ripping yarns DK. Yeah. So, I'm so annoyed about that bone. I found the 3 buttons.
Just put a breast stud.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll do. But anyway, that's for my nephew in Sydney. And you know what? It's going to be too hot when it gets there anyway. So I hope it still fits him next year. But I hadn't knit on it in ages because we went into lockdown. I can't even send parcels. So I had a big to-do with New Zealand Post on the evening we went into lockdown. I won't go into it because I'm still emotionally traumatized. Anyway, my packages arrived. They got sent.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that was really good. But I can't send anything now until we're in level 3. I'm hoping that might be next Wednesday. So that's why I thought I'd finish that. And I reckon I can do that this weekend. Yeah. What are you working on?
Am I working on? Well, I'm doing my bubble cow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you know how you told me if I finished my other one, I could start the bubble. So I did, and so I started. So this is how it is.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I love it.
Is gorgeous.
I don't know if you can see, but the darker pink's got glitter in it.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so it kind of looks like glittery bubble gum.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. So this is my meetings thing. When I have to do the bubble bit, which, you know, takes a little bit more concentration. And I have to say I have ripped back quite a few bubbles when I put them in the wrong place.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
And are you going to do, how long are you going to make yours?
Well,
just one loop or 2?
It depends. I've got quite a bit of yarn. I'm thinking I'll do one loop and see how much yarn I've got left.
Yeah.
Because it could probably be a loop now, but it'll be a bit squishy. Or a bit like it goes all the way around. So I might be able to do 2. Yeah.
I should show you mine as well. It's a fun knit, isn't it?
It is.
Such a fun knit.
Before we started, I'm really enjoying it. Really enjoying it.
I've been tempted to purchase the cardigan version of it, but it's a lot of bubbles.
But they look so good.
They do. They look amazing. This is my version. This is my long.
You can see, it's like colour work. You can see the progress you're making.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
I'm actually behind on mine. So if you remember, I'm doing a colour strip for every day we're in lockdown. And the markers are a week. So that's 1 week, 2 weeks, and this pink should be 3 weeks, but we're in our 4th week now. So I'm about 3 days behind. I just haven't been knitting on it. I'm into the biggest bubbles and they take a long time.
Yeah.
So without giving too much secret sauce away, there's these little ones, which is the size you're doing.
I'm doing the medium ones.
Oh, okay. Well, the little ones have 5 rows between the patterning. So for each day I was just doing 5 rows and a quick pattern, or pattern then 5 rows. Anyway, and the middle bubbles are 7 rows.
Yeah, that's the ones I'm doing.
These ones are 9 rows, and so it's taking me a long time, and it's not all I'm knitting on. So yeah, but I do love the big bubbles. I think it's going to be really good.
It's very fun.
I've got, this should actually be halfway, this one, and I don't know whether it's going to be quite enough. It'll be too squishy, I think. So I might have to add a couple more big bubbles, which kills me. But then I'll have a whole week of big bubbles.
But then it's the downhill, isn't it? Back down to little bubbles.
Then it's the downhill, yeah. So yeah, it's cool though. I really love it.
Pretty. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It'll look so good with a black top.
Yes. Yes, same.
Oh, they're both awesome for different reasons.
Oh no,
Love
yeah.
that. And it's cool because I'm doing this version and you've done the other version, and
Yeah.
quite nice. Yeah, it's a good pattern.
Really good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm knitting on a couple of other things, but they're the main things. I'm in a bit of a funk in my knitting at the moment, but
Me too. I started the shifty. Don't know if I talked about that last time.
I think you mentioned it. Maybe
Anyway,
not.
I've done the body.
Mm.
So there's the body.
Ooh. Do you know what? It's very like jungly.
Yeah, I wonder if that's why I don't like it.
It's almost like a leopardy print sort of thing, like a tiger.
Mm.
Are you in? And you're not into animal prints, are you?
Really, no.
That might be why.
Yeah, I've fallen out with it.
Mm.
So I went to start that armhole and I was like, I really don't want to. And I tried it on about 4 times looking for an excuse to rip it back. That doesn't even fit, doesn't look good.
I've seen pictures of it on you, and it's a really good fit, you guys. It's a really nice
fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. So I've decided I'm not going to rip it back just yet.
Yep.
I'm taking advice from my friends and just put it away for a while and seeing if I fall back in love with it. But,
a month can make a difference, like you might even find yourself in a month or two thinking, geez, I wish I had a little t-shirt, and you could like literally put sleeves on it in a night.
Yeah. I think it's all of the little bumps that I can't be bothered doing. What if I could just stripes as the arms? What if you have to do the bumps?
No. You can be the boss of your own knitting.
I could, couldn't I? I could even just do plain whatever.
You could do bubbles.
Bubbles. Good at bubbles.
I'm not sure that it suits the pattern, but
hey,
if that's your thing.
A lot of texture.
Yeah.
I finished my cowl I started last time.
It's so beautiful.
So this is way around actually. This is cell boot cowl, and finished in a weekend.
That's great.
It's such a nice knit. So I know that on your, I think you put that it was by somebody, I can't remember, but it was actually by Skein. Yeah, that's right. There's 2 cell boot cowls. One of them's just one big kind of thing, and then there's this one which is a different one.
Oh, my mistake. Apologies, everyone, especially to the designer.
That's right. You went to know, and I didn't say anything. So yeah, this is the one by Skein. Yeah, really easy. Loved it. It was easy, and it was just like flew off the needles. Really, like I say, a weekend. I quite like it.
Very cool.
I like it better that way, how it sits.
Yeah. That sits really well.
It does, yeah. But that's upside down.
So it sits both ways then. That's really cool.
It sits better upside down than it does the right way around. I have blocked it, but I haven't done any end weaving in yet.
Oh, that's strange. Hey, the really good thing about that is if you put that on, you could lift it over your nose and you don't need a mask.
That's true.
You could wear that out walking or something and then lift. That's what I've been finding, because I'm almost always have a shawl on because it's been quite chilly here. I don't know what the weather's been like over your side of the island, but it's been cold here. And because I work in the mornings, it's about 3-4 o'clock when I go for a walk. And I just do this if I come across someone. It's so great. And it breathes. Even if I've got to leave it there for ages,
yeah,
it breathes. And And it's funny because that was something that Jacinda recommended when we first started wearing masks. She was like, it doesn't have to be a mask, it just needs to be a face covering. And so I'm there like, I'm covering my face. Yeah, good. This is like, I don't know how to wear this. It's good as a burqa, but is that what we'd call that? That's probably offensive, actually.
Probably. I don't know.
No, because the burqa is the full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more like in the Old West where the gunslinger would wear it around the
Yes, it is more like that. Yeah. What do they call that?
They call it, I don't know, it was a kerchief, it was a mask, wasn't it? It was like
a chief or something.
Yeah. Like, give me all your money.
Yeah. That's my kid's preference for mask wearing.
Yeah. I started on one of my sock things.
Oh yes.
I put a toe on
Well done.
night because I had a break from bubbles and I'd fallen out with the other thing. So I put a toe on. I might put a heel in one tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's my other thing I've been knitting. But that's all my knitting really. I've been a bit slack. I mean, I've did all of that.
You've done lots of bubbles. The bubbles, the actual
Bubbles
bubble
and the
bit.
shifty. Yeah.
Yeah, you've done quite a lot.
Yeah. I think it's like haven't got the same amount of projects I normally have on the go, which kind of feels a bit strange.
Have you finished some stuff that you've had on the go for a while? Is that?
I think I had finished quite a few things. Haven't started as many things. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm feeling quite a lot of pressure from my whips at the moment, my work in all of my projects that I've got going on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so bad that I'm out of project bags.
Oh, see, mine is like, I've got all these empty ones. What's happening?
Oh, you've got the opposite problem. Maybe I should send you some of my full ones and you can send me some empty ones. I have been feeling like I've got like a list of things I want to do, but then once I've done them, I really have to finish some things. And so that's why the cardigan, I wanted the bag. How bad is that? Because there's been no inspiration to knit it because I couldn't send it anyway. And I was like, if I finish that cardigan, I can have that bag back.
Yeah.
And now I've put a hat in there. So at least it's seeing something different. It's the same, yeah. The other thing I've been working on is my jumper.
I know.
Did you notice some special photography on?
I saw some fantastic, like this kind of
one-armed photography for the designer.
Yeah.
So many people were like, wow, you've finished, that looks fantastic. And I was like, I haven't finished. I have done one arm. Look at my one arm.
That's great.
And this is the other arm. I'm kind of over it. But I will pick that up. It
looks great on. Your one arm looks great on.
It does. And you know how I was saying before that it was really high necked? It pulled it down. Yeah. That arm pulled it down. So I'm really happy with that. I was really happy I tried it on. And I got the kids. I'm like, kids, we're going to go outside and take a photo of Mummy in her new jumper. And they were like, what new jumper? And I put it on and they're like, Mum, you know that it's not finished. I think they wanted to confirm that this wasn't like a new fashion trend or something.
They wanted to confirm they didn't have to go out with you with one arm showing like that.
That's the other thing, because we were taking photos and then going to the dairy. So I think they wanted to make sure that wasn't the case. But no, look, it's fantastic. I'm really happy with it.
It's gorgeous.
I have to say the sleeve is shorter than I like a sleeve to be, but it's not blocked. So when I block it, I will block it longer, and I'm hoping that blocking it longer again will pull that even further out, which I'm sure it will. So yeah, really happy.
It's very cool.
But then the other thing is picking up the next section. I would like to find another section of my hand spun that looks like that, and that's a bit of a mission. So, you know, I have to be a bit thoughtful about it. They won't match at all, but I thought that it might, at least if I could start it off looking similar, that's something. But
yeah. I mean, if you could start it and end it similar, that would be quite cool.
I could do that, yeah. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea, because that's where I've finished, and like I've got a bunch of that now. That would be weird to start here with that. It would be really nice to have the whole pink yoke thing happening. I haven't even finished this spin. I was meant to have, for the pattern, it said I needed the equivalent of 400 grams of spin cycle yarn in the DK worsted weight, and I haven't even used 200 grams of hand spun, which is more towards the worsted than the DK. So it's heavily overestimated in the pattern, which means I've still got half of my yarn to spin, so I could actually spin it, possibly even spin it to be the same, but I'm not going to. Special kind of crazy, that. It's a hand knit jumper. It's not meant to be perfect.
No, it's supposed to be creative.
That's right. If I wanted a perfect jumper, I would go and buy one. Certainly be cheaper.
Easier and quicker.
Easier, quicker. Yeah, but no, that's not what I'm after. But that doesn't mean I can't design it a certain way. So that's one of the reasons that's kind of been pushed to the side. So I've done my thing for the designer. And now I can relax a little bit with it, which is another reason why I cast on a baby hat, because that's a really quick project.
Yeah. Nice. I've been spinning.
Oh, I'm pleased you've done some spinning. Oh, is it a bluey grey?
It's like purpley grey.
Oh, purple. What is that?
So it's two things, which I have put together. You can probably see it a bit more. I haven't washed it yet. It's some heavenly wools, hakanui, and silk, and it was like a kind of a purple through grey gradient.
Nice.
I split and just did like about 4 or 5, I suppose, strips of it. And then I have plied it with Dye Happy, which was quite a dark purple.
I thought it looked like the Dye Happy. Yeah. Is that the one you bought at Fibertron?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that's what it looked like.
And that's a Corridale. I haven't washed it, but it's already deliciously soft.
That's the Corridale. Corridale's lovely.
Also, is it Hakanui? Am I saying that right?
Hakanui.
Hakanui? You know the breed.
Oh.
Excuse me. Google.
I don't know. Pass.
I'll Google while you talk.
Okay. What will I talk about? I have no spinning. Absolutely no spinning. I've been a little bit distracted by the upcoming Westnet's mystery knit along. So you might notice my stash is looking a little different. You might not have noticed, actually.
Has it got a bit of a dent?
It's got a severe dent because most of it's in my spare room.
I'm going to say Hokanui is correct.
Hokanui?
Hokanui. H-O-N-U-I. Hokanui. Hokanui. So Heavenly Wools does it, and she's in the bottom of the South Island.
Right.
A few of hers. I'm doing another 2 of her braids at the moment. Sorry, go on. Your stash.
No. Is that all your spinning done?
Yeah, that was my spinning.
Oh, cool. is that all? I mean, it's amazing. It's 2 braids.
It's 2 braids.
Is that 200 grams?
Yes.
Oh, so nice. So yes, I've been distracted by choosing colours for the mystery knit along. And what I actually did was all of this yarn, these were absolutely packed. I've read a few places recently and had a few podcasts tell me that you should show your stash a bit of love, take it out and fondle it and give it some air, and that's really good for stopping the bugs. So I'm in my little tiny room here. I got a quilt, laid it out and just pulled it all out. And I had this lovely, covered in yarn here, and I called one of my girlfriends she's in Orange, which is Western New South Wales, in about 4 or 5 hours in from Sydney. And she and I went to uni together, and we've done all of the West Knits mystery knit-alongs at the same time together. Never physically together, just it's something we always do every year, and it's lovely. And she actually bought a kit this year from Stephen and Penelope. So yeah, anyway, I called her and we had a FaceTime, and I showed her all my yarn, and so we just talked colours and stuff for West Knits, and it didn't help. I still have 5 possible solutions.
It's a 4 skein one, isn't it, this year?
5 skeins.
That's a big shawl.
Well, last year's one was a 5 skein shawl.
Yeah.
And the previous year was also 5. Yep. And the previous year was 4. The year before that was 5. But anyway, so the brief this year has been 3 of the skeins should be like of the same sort of ilk, sort of like if you wanted to go for a blue shawl, you pick your 3 blue solids, for example, and you might have a light blue going to a dark blue, and then 2 pops of colour to go with it. So speaking of blues, I'll show you my first option. I
wouldn't have that in my stash because mine are all 2 different colours. I don't have many solids.
No, I don't have a lot of solids either. So that's been the tricky thing for me. And the pops can have some variegation. The idea is you're getting contrast, and once you mix in like a variegation, you start losing that really stark contrast. But if that's what you like, then that's fine. But it will interfere with the design. So this is my hedgehog fibres option. So that's quite a light blue with some pink pops and some purple pops, even a little bit of rust in there. Then and that one's called Monet, and this one is Barley, and this one is Electric.
Nice.
So those 3, and then my pops.
Yeah. That's
Jelly, and it's hard to hold 5 skeins. Spell. And Spell is so pretty because it's pinks and purples.
Nice.
They're all fairly solid, those ones.
Yeah.
So that's the winner at the moment. That's a very safe option, but something I do like to do is I had it in mind this year that I would use some New Zealand yarn, some Australian yarn, and then whatever else in between. So this doesn't really fit that bill. It's all from Ireland. It's stuff I've used. This is all of my hedgehog that's not in my hands or in the lounge, my spare room. I have a lot of hedgehog. I use it a lot. It's very safe. It's all the same texture. So not so sure about that one. So next, I was very drawn to this particular skein.
That's pretty.
This came from the Bendigo Woolen show in 2019. It's from a dyer called the Happy Hank Company, and it's actually a meant to be a sock kit.
Yeah.
Oh, and it came with a little confront and affront badge. Funds of this went towards the to creating a safe and diverse and inclusive space for marginalised makers in Melbourne. So I was very drawn to that. It's called Strawberry Sunday.
It's really pretty.
So I liked that one. And then I was like, well, obviously that's not enough, but just so happened that I have that.
Yeah.
That's Skein in Australia. She's in Coffs Harbour.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought this. So see how I'm going from yellow to pink via that pink.
Yeah.
And then for some pops, this is really fun. This is from For Dying Out Loud, and it's called Gumdrop Buttons.
That's cool. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's not enough contrast there.
It's not very poppy. The yellow is poppy.
Well, that's it. Well, maybe that's my 3 and that's a pop. And then I've got this from Lynn, Fibre to Go.
I like that. I know the blues were winning for you, but I like that one better.
I quite like this one. I'm not sure about this. So this is the idea with having it in my spare room. I go in there and I play with the colours and move things around. I've got until the first week of October to decide before I cast on. So I've got ages. All right. So that's got Kiwi and all Kiwi and New Zealand yarns except for this one, which is a Vulmise.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the next option.
I thought you said you had the Skein one, Skein from Coffs Harbour or something.
Yeah, that's Australia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Kiwi in Australia. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one is this option. This is easy. I can show you this. Look at this. Wool wrestling, Skein wrestling.
That's pretty. I like that green.
This one or this one?
Green. I like the green. Bright
So, this one. Yeah, that's a Vulmise as well. So this has got Aussie, Kiwi, and Vulmise.
Mm-hmm.
This is Yarn Floozy. That's my Fibretron one.
Yeah.
This is my Woolfest one.
Yeah.
And then this is from an Aussie dyer called Circus Tonic. Again, another set with a mini. But that's fine. I'll find something to do with my minis.
Mm-hmm.
This is from Louie and Lola. She's in Tasmania.
Oh, I think I've got some. I've had some of that one.
Yeah, she's really cool. And that's, yeah. So I'm not sure about that. I don't know.
I like the green.
I could even use that green in that other
instead of the blue.
One. Instead of the aqua. So that's one. But I'm feeling a bit of Christmas happening with this one, and I'm not huge on Christmas colorways.
It doesn't look like Christmas at all. Christmas is green and red.
Yeah, it's green and pink.
That's green and pink and blue. That's not Christmas.
Yeah. Anyway, it's what I see.
Christmas in Australia.
All right, so this is another option. Now, I was very drawn to this, and that's from Kiwiana.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty.
Yeah, so this is what I'm modelling this one around. That plus I picked up on the navy in that.
Mm-hmm.
That's from Skein in New South Wales. Yep, Australia. So I'm ticking those boxes. And then this is another Skein yarn.
Ooh, I like that.
So that's kind of yeah. Yeah. Well, it's coral.
Mm.
So yeah, and then possibly this one. I don't know. I don't know if there's too much same happening there. I'm not confident. And this is from Squiggle, which is also New Zealand, Australia, sorry. So yeah, I don't think I've got enough contrast there.
I still like the other one better, the second.
Well, I was just thinking I could possibly swap out that one for this one.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I'm feeling this green. I really am feeling this green. So, okay. So my last option is also very safe. This is a set I bought from Yeah Yarn.
Oh, yes, I've seen this one.
Yeah, I was going to make a jumper out of it, but
yeah,
can't do it.
I like that.
Yeah.
A lot.
This was what I went to first. I grabbed that first. And my major concern with this one is that it looks like at least 4 shawls I already have.
Right.
So I'm really trying to think a bit more about what I don't have and try and fill in those gaps. One of the biggest gaps I have in my shawl wardrobe, is pink, would you believe? Pink.
No, you've done
Yes.
You've done pink ones.
Nope.
Oh.
Here's my shawl drove at the moment. I've got purple. I do have this pink and green one, and I don't like that one. I never wear it. It's too hard to wear. Blue, purple and red. This is mustardy and what would you call that? Coral.
It looks pinky.
More coral. This is the one I was thinking of that they look like, but I have several others of these scattered around the house. Not the exact same thing, but very similar. See, that does have pink on it, but yeah, I don't know. And I can wear it with lots of things, but yeah. Anyway, that's just my shawl musings for the week.
I think you should go pink then. Go do the pink ones.
Just not happy with that aqua.
Obviously, I'm quite into pink at the moment.
Yeah. It's funny, because I looked at all of his kits. They sold out like that. And that was at 2 a.m. for us, so there was no way I was getting up. And like it probably would have cost upwards of $400 by the time it was shipped. So I was just like, yeah, no, I can do without that expense considering my extensive stash. All of the pink kits he had, I don't even like them. So I'm like looking at, and I think maybe that's my real like stopgap at the moment, is that I don't like solid colors.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I told you that I don't really buy solid stuff.
Yeah.
But then I think about this. It's like you don't need to have solid things that go together.
No.
I think these two look so cool.
But then mixing 5 colors is trickier.
Yeah.
So, especially if it's got like the exact same thing of another color that you're trying to contrast with, you'll actually lose
yeah.
And it's a mystery. I don't know what it's going to be, and that's part of the fun, but
it's also part of the hard to make a plan for it.
Yeah. And my friend Jess was saying, just go for whatever like sings to you. Don't worry about what you've already got and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
Well, you've got a couple of weeks to muse.
Yeah, I got plenty of time. Yeah, I'm really feeling these 4 though. These 4, I think.
Yes.
They're very happy colours and
they're great.
Yeah, I think they're really great.
And that's nice and spring-like as well.
Yeah, it is spring-like.
Yeah.
So this has got a lot of different colours in it. So yeah. Oh, do you know what? Maybe even that navy with it. That might work. That's quite good.
Yeah. Or the lime green.
I'm not sure about the lime green because this
Probably not with
doesn't have
the
no lime. Yeah, and it might look a bit citrusy.
Yeah.
Which is okay if that's what you're going for, but I don't really like citrus. In skein form. Oh dear. So tell me about your sewing.
show you my embroidery.
Yes, your embroidery. Show me that.
Yeah. So I was trying to think of a way I could use keep some kind of a record of my spinning different yarns. So I was having a play with these little baby things. Did I show you those? Like these little things.
Oh yes. Yep.
Yeah. But they were so fiddly and so annoying. I did 3 of them and then gave up. But I thought it was I quite liked the idea, because my idea initially was to have like loads and loads of those hanging.
Yep.
Like a little feature. But yeah, they were too fiddly and the glue got everywhere and it was just, yeah, it was too much. So I took that idea and I started an embroidery.
I love this idea. I really, really love it. I quite possibly will steal this idea.
And it's really easy. You just do like a 5 stars, a 5-line star.
Yep.
And then you use your whatever you want to make your rose out of, and it's just weaved in and out.
So cool.
Yeah, and it makes little roses. So I've noticed I've got a big gap there, so I have to find something to fill that with. But yeah, that's all of my hand spun I have currently in my room, apart from this new one.
That's fantastic.
So I quite like the idea, and it's quite a nice thing to do. So once I've spun and once I've got my thing, I just get a little bit, and it only takes like this much, like not much at all. And yeah,
like not even one skein length.
No.
Yeah.
So yes, and so that's all of my spinning. It's not all of it, but it's since I've thought of it, this is what I have left of all my spinning.
Yeah. That's really cool. I really love that.
It's going to take quite a lot of years, I think, to fill it up.
Yeah. It might not take that long with your new wheel.
Maybe not.
The rate you're spinning at, you're doing so well.
I know. I've got my new one in there. My one I got, this was the first one I did on my wheel.
Yep.
You know, the rain, like the different color of the rainbows one.
Yep.
The thing with doing it this way is you only see like one small part.
Well, I reckon you could probably use that on several one. Yeah, you could probably do several colors of that.
Yeah, probably, but I don't. That's like cheating.
Yeah,
it's like filling it up with things I haven't actually spun extra of. Because I did think about that too. It's like, well, I could use this, and it would look like a different flower.
It's really your call. It's your project.
That's right. I'll see how I go. Kind of. I did the whole thing on Saturday, and then I'm like, I've had enough now.
Yep.
Because we were supposed to go to retreat on Saturday and Sunday, I had the Friday off, so I still kept the Friday off, and I did something, and then on the Saturday I did that.
Yep.
I made sure I did my fiber retreat stuff, even though I was retreating at home.
I tried not to think about it. I'll be completely honest. Yeah. I mean, having a day off for me is I don't have to put in for a day off because I just get paid for the hours I work. And at the moment, because we're in lockdown, in a lockdown situation, we've been asked If I was a full-timer, so my husband, he's getting paid 80% and should be then having a day off every week.
He's not.
He's not doing that. He's too, yeah. Anyway, so he's getting paid 80% and working 100%, which don't get me started. But my little contribution is because my contract is a minimum of 24 hours a week, and I'd been doing sort of anywhere between 30 and 35 a week. I'm just doing my 24 hours. So today there is a task I have to do every Friday that takes me a few hours. And yesterday afternoon I sent my boss my timesheet because I'd done 22 hours by the end of Thursday, and I was like, I'm just going to put in 2 hours for tomorrow and that's it. Like I'm shutting my computer at like 10.
Nice.
That was really nice today. But yeah, so I didn't necessarily have the day off last Friday. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
So I did some sewing last weekend. I've been dabbling in the world of sewing lingerie.
Oh, I have to see something.
Yeah. So while we were in level 4 across the whole country, I placed an order with Nellie Jones, who she's in, I think she's in the Manawatu. Manawatu, yeah. And I always think I'm saying that wrong.
Manawatu. You're probably saying it correct.
Manawatu. Yeah, anyway, she's down there. She's not in Auckland. So when the rest of the country went into level 3, they were then able to send things to us, which is fantastic. So I was able to receive that. So yeah, Nellie Jones does she does lingerie, so bras, undies, all sorts of things, but she actually does kits as well. And it just so happened that August was a big month in bra making, which I didn't know. What do they call it? It was like the worldwide bra sew along or something. I don't know, but there was like blog. Yeah, you might have seen.
I saw it. I think it was the lady from Heavenly Wolves was doing it.
Ah, right. Well, anyway, it was. So she put together extra kits for last month because of that. And so it's like a worldwide thing where people all over the world do blog posts and put together kits, and there's certain patterns are picked and people put together kits for those certain patterns. So one of the kits was a men's underwear pattern. And I thought, well, it's Father's Day soon. And at the time I was thinking we'll be in lockdown and the rest of the world won't be. And that was the case. So I actually made some jocks for my husband for Father's Day. And they're like the full like support stuff and the, I don't know what it's called, but my husband calls it the easy access pocket.
A fly?
Well, it's not a fly because it's a pouch, I think they call it.
Okay.
Because it's got like there's a kangaroo pocket or something is something else I've seen it called. But it's got like the curved bit where on one level it's got the curve, and then on the other level it's got the curve on the other side. So you can kind of sneak I don't know, in and around. My daughter was having a pink fit with laughter when she figured out what it was for.
Yeah.
She's 10, so she's literally on the floor rolling around in laughter. It was so funny. And my 12-year-old boys, they're like, what's so funny? So that provided many laughs.
And did they fit?
Oh yes, they fitted in beautifully.
Cool.
Yeah, and they had some. It's got a nice bicycle pattern on it when he's really into bike riding. So he really liked that. He was like, "Oh wow, that's a really cool thing for you to make for me."
And how about your bras? Have you tried any bras?
I have cut out for one bra. So I thought doing men's underwear was a nice, safe option to start with. But when my package came, it was so nice because when you order lingerie stuff, you have to specify the cup size, and there's like 8 different types of wires, not just sizes, like actual like shapes of wires. It's quite complicated, based on your, what do you call it, your breast root shape. I'm learning new terms. And so she messaged me and was like, oh, what size and what shape do you want for your underwires? And I was like,
there are different shapes.
Yeah, and I kind of understood the shape, like I'd looked into it, and what she actually has on her website is you can print out an actual like cutout so you can try it on.
Oh, yeah.
That was really good. So I told her that that's what I did, and this is the size and shape I think I am. And she sent me a packet of what I asked for, and then a packet of the size up and the size below.
Oh, cool.
But that was really sweet of her, and she didn't need to do that. So I highly recommend her, and it was all wrapped up beautifully, and it was a really nice parcel.
Nice.
And oh my God, like lace is so pretty, right? So I don't think I posted it on Instagram, my husband's undies, but jocks, whatever. But when I make my bras, I'll post that, just like the picture of it, not on me. Especially because some of them are quite see-through.
Right.
Yeah, quite sheer, which is nice, but I don't really need the world seeing that.
Imagine doing underwires would be quite hard.
No, it's actually quite simple. You get a it's like you buy it like ribbon, but it's like the casing.
Yeah.
You buy it like ribbon, and so you just have to zigzag that on.
Oh, okay. Because I was expecting you'd have to like make the little pocket for it.
Yeah, no, you just buy the pocket as a by the meter thing.
Oh, cool.
So you just sew that on, and then you fit your wire in and close it up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. So I'm excited to try that this weekend. I'll do some sewing with me this weekend. Yeah.
Cool. And you got your cafe knitting group tomorrow?
Yes. We're still online.
That's good. It's nice to do still.
It is really nice to do. It's kind of, I know for those of us in the group who are working, it's like another Zoom meeting. But I know there's people in the group who are at home on their own, or they might just have we've got some people with like their elderly mother, or just like people who've only seen their partners. Even if you've only seen your partner at home, I think it's nice to see someone else.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I think it's quite helpful to do that. Yeah, everyone's been enjoying it.
That's cool.
Yeah. And we've had our Monday night group online as well, and you've joined that.
I did. I missed this week. I forgot. Oh no, I did want to come, but I was working on my end of the day working thing, and by the time I'd wound down, I was like, I've done
another Zoom meeting.
Pretty much.
Yeah. We were quite a small group last week because there was we had a cyber attack on one of our internet providers on the Friday before. That was a nationwide thing, but it affected all of Auckland. I think anyone who was on that provider, because we were in level 4, then got piggybacked onto all the other providers, because as a national requirement, everyone has to be able to access the internet during any level 4 lockdown.
Right.
So everyone, as a result, instead of a few people not having internet, everyone had slow internet.
Right. Which
For the
just
whole-
makes it annoying.
Yeah, it was really annoying. And it's been better the last couple of days, but prior to that, it was, yeah.
I
Very annoying.
didn't even know about that. Obviously, I don't watch the news or anything, so I'm a bit out of touch.
Getting dark. I'm starting to look a bit ghost-like.
Me too. I've got the lights on, but
I have no lights on. This is just the natural light and then the darkness of the rest of the house.
Darkness is coming to take over.
Yeah,
It's nearly tea time anyway, I think.
it is. Yeah,
At dinner time. Yeah.
yeah. Well,
I might pop and see you in the morning. I'll see how I'm going.
yeah, please do.
Yeah. If might be grocery shopping.
I've managed to get click and collect twice in the last 2 weeks, so I haven't even been nowhere. It's really sad. It's good to get click and collect though.
Yeah, I like click and collect anyway. Stops you spending too much.
Yeah, definitely. And like here, I mean, 3 of the supermarkets that I frequent have been points of interest. And so this is kind of the first lockdown, because I've been in like 6 lockdowns now. This is the first time I'm actually genuinely scared of catching it. Yeah. So, and I've been fully vaccinated. So I actually don't want to go out because I'm worried I will actually get it and bring it home. I mean, my kids aren't vaccinated yet, so they could get it. Yeah.
I've had my first shot. I haven't had my second.
Did you have many side effects?
No.
That's good.
Didn't even have a sore arm.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's really good.
Yeah. So no side effects. It was fine. But I was thinking about, because we're going to the office on Monday, you know, I work in an ambulance station. And it's like, it's not.
Yeah.
Might not be the safest place to be in a pandemic. Even though I haven't had any cases down here. You just never know.
It's all the asymptomatic cases that are spreading it, for sure. So hopefully next time we talk, I might be in level 3.
You might be having takeaway coffee.
Well, I won't, but my husband will. Yeah. I'm quite happy with my coffee here.
Or takeaways.
Takeaways. The kids can't wait to get takeaway Indian.
Yeah.
Well, have a good weekend, everybody.
Yes. And you have a good weekend too.
Yes. I'm keen for some downtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yep.
And not so nice weather, like you say. It's cold. It's like we're having another bit of a winter, and it's kind of like. Although I quite like winter, so.
Yeah, I like winter too, but having to like force yourself to go for a walk when it's cold sucks.
Yeah.
Not getting that incidental exercise that I get when I'm at work. Yeah, so I have to force myself to exercise. I haven't exercised today.
That's right.
I've got yoga pants on, so maybe I'll do some yoga tonight.
Good thinking.
Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll have a cocktail instead.
Either
yoga cocktail, yoga cocktail.
You could do both. You could.
Why not do both?
Cocktail whilst doing yoga. Might be more flexible.
It might.
Right, I'm going to go because this is getting silly.
Kakite, everyone.
Silly, yeah. Kakite.